So how do I start a mushroom business? This is one of the #1 questions I get on YouTube and I get on email. I'm going to answer it in this video. That's coming up next. My name is Brian Callow and I am the co-owner and founder of What the Fungus. And a lot of people ask me all the time through email or on the YouTube channel, how do you get started? How do I scale up? And how do I fit in all of these things I want to do and be profitable? And really the question is, for me, when I started, the information wasn't really available on how to do what I'm doing right now. So I just started buying a lot of stuff, and really I wasted a lot of money to kind of get to where I am here today. So really the point of this video is I want you guys to understand the importance of starting small and really having a clear vision, and the importance of reading, taking your time to absorb the material, and meeting experts. This is why I offer the program called the mentorship, because stuff like this wasn't available when I started out. I attended various workshops. I attended Paul Stamets' workshop on Cortez Island, and I attended Fungi for the People's Workshop with Jay Schindler in Oregon. Went there several times, but this was all very small scale, low-tech mushroom cultivation. No one was teaching me how to start a mushroom business. And if you start approaching a lot of mushroom businesses, you'll start realizing that a lot of people are closed to share. And you know, this is a real tragedy, because a business like this is so unique and it takes so much money to get things started that, you know, that I think that's why a lot of people are closed into sharing, is because they've gone through everything to get to where they are today. They've probably spent a lot of money and had a lot of failure, because this business isn't easy. So for me, I didn't really have a lot of money when I started, and I got lucky. I found a partner, and then we actually found an investor last year to keep going, and we're just getting to that point in our business now where we're starting to get comfortable. We've gone through a lot of the problems, and we're starting to have a clear direction of where we're headed, and a lot of stuff is starting to come together. And it's really through that struggle I feel the need to share with you guys. I want other businesses like this to succeed, and I want there to be a platform for you guys to kind of build off of. Everything that I'm doing is in my context and is in my situation, and it's not going to be the same everywhere. But what's really important is that you have a foundation of what is possible, and then you can kind of build off of that. And for me, like, the more connections that I make is only more powerful for my situation, because I'm going to eventually start seeing other growers have branched off from my philosophy, and they're probably going to bring really interesting ideas that I never had considered. That's why I do the mentorship, because I bring in a lot of different people from all over the world. I teach them how to grow, but in most cases they teach me a few things as well. And really my success is having as many connections as possible, because, you know, I'm very humble about my situation. I realize that, you know, you don't know everything, and that learning is really part of the journey. So I'm going to answer today how I think I would start a small mushroom business with all of the information that I have now, and what that would look like. For me, I get a lot of people wanting to do it all. They're inspired by Curtis Stone. They want to have a small market garden, and they're inspired by me. They want to have mushrooms incorporated into their infrastructure on their farm or on their homestead. And what you need to realize is that mushroom farming is a full-time job. And I'm entering year 5 next year in Summerland, but I'm also entering 7 years of doing this, and I wouldn't even be able to consider growing microgreens right now, or having a garden, or doing some kind of plot for vegetables, because I am so busy. Now, a reason for that is we do everything on this farm. My farm is in British Columbia, Canada, and there isn't any reputable spawn producers here. So because of that, I've had to design a business that can do it all. So we have a lab, we collect our own cultures, we do our own mushroom spawn, all the way to harvesting, and we even deliver our own product direct to restaurant, direct to market. We do it all, and that is why I am so busy. Now, I had to do that because there wasn't much available in the marketplace here. But if you're in the US, there's a lot of great companies. Fungi Perfecti would be one, or Cap and Stem in Portland, Maine would be one. So that's two examples, West Coast, East Coast suppliers that you can buy ready to fruit blocks at a decent price. And all you need to do is set up a grow room, whether it's indoors, outdoors, buy these blocks, get them shipped in by freight, and you can already start growing mushrooms and make a little bit of money on the side. This is a great way to kind of get used to all the things that can happen in your grow room, how to learn how to do crop rotation, how to harvest the right time, how to harvest and market and sell your product. This is the best way to start because this is what's important. It's all about the customer relations and how you build your business. And you need cash flow to get your business off the ground. So with building all this infrastructure, this takes a lot of time and knowledge and a lot of setbacks. And if you don't have the luxury of time and you don't have a limited amount of money, you know, you really just need to start growing mushrooms. And you know, that's something that I didn't do because I was so interested in, and inspired by Paul Stamets that I wanted to do it all. And I'm happy where things are now, but it's 7 years later, coming on next year, and I had to take on a partner and an investor at a necessity. And you know, there is more information accessible now how to do this, and obviously I'm part of that story for you guys. And I think as the years go by, it's going to be a lot easier to do this. But just understand how valuable the internet is to get this information out, and how to learn, and how to scale your business, and how to even just start. So I would strongly consider either buying spawn and having a small lab and flow hood setup where you can at least inoculate your blocks. And you know, straw is always one of the simpler ways to start, and it doesn't require as much infrastructure and capital, but you get more flexibility with wood-based substrates because there's a lot more species that can grow on it. So again, it's going to be a lot more upfront costs, even if you're just buying spawn, because then you're going to need to either sterilize your substrate or pasteurize your straw. And you know, this is not only expensive, but then to do any kind of volume, you need to have labor. And if you don't have everything dialed in, and you're fucking up and you're composting, then labor becomes a huge expense for you because you got to pay your workers. But if you're not bringing in enough money, you're going to lose money as well. So again, that's why I think if you're starting out and you're really looking to get some money into your business and you don't want to have setbacks, the best way to start off is buying ready to grow kits. And this is something that I'm gonna get into as well. I've slowly started offering this to our clients, and I think as we branch out, we're going to have a hub that all it does is make blocks, and then we ship those out to our other locations, whether or not they're franchisors or partners that have got into the business. And I think it's really important to kind of start small and get bigger as money comes in. So anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. I want you guys to be encouraged to grow mushrooms, and just realize that all of this does take time, and I wouldn't be here today if people like me were not sharing on YouTube. So I want you guys to take it for what it is and grow more mushrooms. We'll talk to you soon.